Okay guys, I am back because when I tell you I have been obsessed with those shirts I had to leave behind the other day, I'm not exaggerating. I'm hoping I can find them again. You guys, there's two of them. They're still here. There was a gray boho looking one and a hot pink sheer one. I am so excited. I'm in a hurry though because I gotta go pick up little dude. But I'm gonna keep looking and see if I find the other two and the pair of shorts. Let's see if I can find the shorts. I remember they were cut off at the bottom. They were denim, little Walmart shorts, cut off at the bottom. These are not it, but okay, maybe I won't find those either. Okay, let's go through here. I'm still looking for that gray, tribally looking one. I think I found them, guys. No, these are way too small. Oh, darn it. There they are. The Walmart brand. Ragged at the bottom. Still here. Okay. I still can't find the gray shirt or the hot pink number, but that's okay. I'm heading out. You guys, when I tell y'all I could not let it go, I could not let it go. I have been obsessing over these friggin' tops and shorts since that day, and I was able to find everything except one of the tops that I really liked. There was a fuchsia top that I couldn't find, but it was okay. It was kind of a whim thing. I probably wouldn't have been brave enough to really wear that color anyway. It was just like $1, so I wanted it, but that's no big deal. So I'm satiated. My obsessive need to have things my way has been satiated. I'm good. I wasn't able to find the little things that little dude had found. He had found some really neat toys. He had found a German Shepherd stuffy. The boy still loves stuffies, and he loves German Shepherds. We're probably going to end up with one, honestly, with my big dude living there, but that's neither here nor there. I was trying to find the few little things that he had in the basket, and I couldn't find them. I did pick up my snacks. I picked up not all of them, because man, when I tell y'all I had that basket full of snacks this weekend, or this past weekend, whenever that was, I almost grabbed everything, but I'm like, I just went to the grocery store, girl. But these were two particular snacks I didn't need, but I wanted. So I feel accomplished. I know this doesn't make sense to some of you who might tumble across this channel and kind of peek in out of curiosity. Y'all might not get why I like things so much. Somebody left a comment saying, don't worry about it. It's just things, and you already have a lot of things. You're right, sweetheart, but it's the nature of my obsessive beast. But yeah, I'm happy, and I know if you guys have been watching me for a while, y'all are happy for me. I know this. So I'm gonna go pick up little dude, and I may have to stop and get an extra pound of ground beef, because I'm making either enchiladas tonight or Mexican goulash. Not sure, but either one I can take the meat from and tweak it to where little dude gets something he enjoys, because he ain't eating no enchiladas and he ain't eating no goulash. But I can take the prepared meat and mix it with something that I know he'll enjoy. So I'm so flushed. I mean, I never come on here looking all even toned or anything, but I'm super flushed. But anyhow, I am making really good time. So I'm gonna go pick up my little man. So yes, here I am again to bug you about this stuff. But we've gone through so much trying to get it. How can I not share it with y'all? Y'all saw it at the store, but look at it in my little hands. Isn't that pretty-miss? Definitely gonna have to wear a little tank under it. But it's home and it's mine. And it was $3.99. I don't know if I got a discount on it this week, because some of these were on sale last weekend, but it doesn't look like they were on sale again. here's this one. I love the little design of it, the flounciness of it, the me of it. And that was $3.99. And then the shorts. And the shorts actually fit nice and to the body, not all snug and tight, but they're adorable. Those were $3.99. So I'm going to throw these in the laundry basket and change my clothes and get down there to making dinner. Your girl is winded. Did y'all see how fast I was walking around in that store? Y'all didn't know Fluffy Girl could walk that fast, right? I was flying. When I played it back and I saw... I walk fast naturally anyway, but that was funny. That was funny. But anywho, y'all want to come cook with me? So, today we're going to make Mexican goulash. Well, not really goulash. Okay. This is going to be meat with corn. Very basic. I do make a goulash that I add cubed potatoes and green beans to. But I tend to call it all goulash. But this is meat with corn. For the simplest explanation. Very humble comfort food. Ground beef, sweet corn, tomato sauce, onion, garlic, cumin. That's the gist of that. And then I'm going to make rice. And let me tell you guys, if y'all don't know about this mi arroz, don't sleep on it. This makes amazing bread rice without all the extra fuss. And I've been making rice since I was 13, and the extra fuss is just ugh. So I love to use the mi arroz. It makes a lot of rice, but we eat a lot of rice around here, so it lasts for a couple days. They have the mi arroz white. They have this one, and I think they may have another flavor. I'm not sure, but it has all your little seasonings in here that you add to your toasted rice. So there's your rice and your oil, and we're going to start dinner. Cannot have meat with corn without tortillas, and in this house, don't nobody make no homemade tortillas until the weekend. But the grocery store, Supermercado Monterrey, if you're in Dallas, Fort Worth, they're everywhere. Hold on. I don't know about everybody's neck of the woods, but this store has the best homemade tortillas. They make them on this press, and all day long they're pumping out hot tortillas. You can eat them right out of the bag, which I have, or heat them up on a comal or a griddle. But they're everywhere, guys. They're in Fort Worth, they're in Dallas, they're in Duncanville, they're in Tyler, Longview. They're everywhere. So if y'all are in the area and haven't tried it, stop off here, guys, because it's good stuff. You're not going to find packaged meat. It's a carniceria. It's a meat market and fish market and your traditional Latino Mexican grocery store. Speaking of, I couldn't leave there without some conchas and some mantecadas. This Mexican sweet bread, y'all. Oh, my tea. Almost spilled it. And look, these are the ones that I picked up at the thrift store. Yes, thrift store sells food. The lemon snaps and some ginger creams. These are really good. So I went ahead and grabbed those. So I have this little onion in the refrigerator. And I am going to use probably for 1.5 pounds, a little less than half. Because I always go a little wrong with the onion and I end up having leftover chopped up onion that stinks at my refrigerator because I don't want to throw it away, even though onions are like really, really cheap. So let's see how much this is going to yield. But I am using 1.5 pounds of ground beef just because my big dude has a healthy man appetite and he really, really likes this stuff. So I had initially taken out 1 pound, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough. So you guys, I can't chop worth a crap. I watch all these cooking shows and a lot of YouTubers, and they make the chopping look so amazing and so easy, and here I am with uneven cuts and worried about chopping off my fingers and my digits. So what I do is I do a rough chop and then I go after it. with a little seesaw method that I saw, I think Gordon Ramsay use. Because if I don't do that, I end up with huge chunks of onion. It's not my favorite thing to do. But I got the wrong knife anyway. But this is the onion I get. And then, let me get my bigger knife, the one I usually use. I used to be more precise. When I was younger, I was just more precise. And now I'm just old and tired. And I'm trying to feed folks. You know what I mean? But this is what I mean by the rocking. I saw somebody on TV doing this. Granted, I'm not in the best position because I'm afraid of knocking you guys over. But in order to make sure that I have small little cuts, this is what I do. I bet some of y'all chop like nobody's business. I bet some of y'all chop like professionals up in y'all's kitchen. But here I am macheteando and torturing my onions. I gotta cut them up small because of little dude. He doesn't mind the flavor, but y'all know. Y'all been with me a while. Y'all know he has texture issues. He doesn't mind the flavor. He likes a good taco meat, a good seasoned ground beef, but yeah, he don't want to bite into or feel an onion. I cut my nails off, guys. It was ridiculous. I kept ripping them off. They kept snagging on things. But anywho, that's the amount of onion I'm going to use. Okay, so when it comes to garlic, it's about what you want, what you like, and try and use the freshest garlic you have. Don't use the old, shriveled up, dead garlic. The garlic todo chupado, like my mom used to say. That's your dry garlic. This might seem like a lot of garlic for y'all, but this is such a basic meal. You want all them little flavors to happen. Now, do not go for garlic powder unless you just don't have any garlic in the house or you don't want the robust homemade flavor. I suggest using real garlic, real onion instead of garlic powder and onion powder. So if you don't have a molcajete, a mortar and pestle, get one, guys, please. Especially if you want to do any kind of Mexican cooking, absolutely get yourself a molcajete. If you guys have been with me a while, you know I've had this one for a long time. This was my grandma's, and then it was my mom's, and I've had it since I moved out on my own. So all I'm going to do is mash up this garlic into as fine a paste as I can get, and then we'll start adding all the yumminess to the meat. So here is the pounded goodness. That's our garlic paste. What shadows, what shadows. And we are going to get up over here with this meat, crumble it up some before we start adding everything up. By the by, if you guys go and buy a molcajete, an authentic traditional Mexican lava rock one, this is how you would season it. You need to season it just like you would a cast iron pot so it doesn't get dry and crack and you end up with little crumbles in it. You gotta smash garlic and salt all up in the molcajete, get it all in the grooves, and you rinse, and you do it over and over and over again until you don't get any residue off of a fresh lava molcajete. This one's been around for so many years, guys. It's a done deal. But if you all are interested in buying one, definitely look into how you season one. So I've been heating this up a bit. I don't like to mix two different kinds of meats from two different stores, but I didn't feel like going back to Winco. And the meat at the store that I was at, the Mexican store, Monterrey, see, I forget the name of it, is so fresh and yummy. It's a little expensive, like $1.50 more per pound than I would get it at Winco or even Walmart, but it mixes all up well. So I'm using my little smasher. This is the best thing to break up meat with. So I don't add anything to it until after I've got it all broken down. It doesn't have to be broken down in perfect crumbles. I just break it down some. And then I add my goodness. I add my onion. I'm going to add comino powder. And I know I just told y'all don't use powder, but I can't find the seeds, the comino seeds. So I've been using comino powder. And comino, some people like, some people don't. If you don't want it, don't use it. But I sprinkle the whole top of the meat. That's how I measure, so to say. So get that going. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water to the garlic. Mush it around, make sure it all gets loose, and then I'll throw it in there. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to mush up the meat some and get the comino and the onion all up in there. Then I'm just going to add salt and pepper before the garlic. Okay, once I've got most of the pink out, I add water to the molcajete to make like a little garlic soup. And that's just to make sure I get out all the garlicky goodness. You don't want too much water, because then when you put in your tomato sauce and a little extra water, well, it might be too soupy with too much water. But you do want to get all the yummy garlic out, because that's your flavor, y'all. That's your flavor. So there's my garlic. I'm going to simmer this for just a bit. Leave the lid on. Let it start smelling delicious. Ooh. Smells like dinner when I start smelling that garlic. At this point, see, I cook by sight and smell. If you don't smell your comino, add a little bit more comino. If you don't smell your garlic, add a little bit more garlic. But everybody in the neighborhood is going to smell this garlic. This is the point where you're like, do I have enough onion or not? You could add a little more onion, but I'm going to let that sit for a little bit just to get the garlic all up in there. And then we're going to add the last two ingredients. And there you go. Very simple, very basic. So after about 5 minutes, I give it a taste. Does it taste good? Is it yummy? Does it have the flavor you want? So let me do that. Burn my friggin' mouth. No. It needs salt. So we're going to add some salt. When I make the goulash with the green beans and the potatoes, I add a cube of the Knorr cube. Those little bouillon cubes. Because I like the flavor to soak all into the potatoes and the green beans. But I don't add it to this because it makes it taste like the other one. Minus my taters and green beans. So I'm going to give that another taste in a little bit. And see if I added enough salt. So I've drained the meat. I'm putting it back in. I'm going to separate little dude's portion for his rice, because he will not eat this. And now what we're going to do is dump in our corn. Drain your corn. Dump it in. Stir it up. Let it heat through. Do not add your tomato sauce until you can smell the corn. It tastes better, trust me, guys. The meat and the corn combine, little flavors and everything, and then you can add your tomato sauce, because you're going to simmer for about 20 minutes after that. So let that sit until you smell corn. Okay, so once you start smelling that corny goodness, that maize magic, we're going to put in our tomato sauce. Now you can use however much tomato sauce you want. You can use 2 small cans or 1 medium-sized. I just happen to have this in the pantry. The cabinet. Y'all know I ain't got no pantry. So we're going to drop that in there, and then I put in enough water just to rinse out the glass. Now this too also depends. Do you like it soupy? Do you want it thicker? However you want is however much water you add. Now, you don't want to go ham on the salt because you're doing straight tomato sauce. So drop that in there, give it a good stir, and I think it's going to be a good consistency. Is that the word for us? Because you want a little bit of sopita, a little bit of the soupy part to dunk your tortilla in, and for your rice to soak up. I wish I had made beans, but your girl got lazy yesterday because I like beans with this. But there we go, nice and incorporated, and I'm going to simmer this for like 20 minutes, and we're done with that. While that's simmering, I'm going to start the rice. So rice is rice. I've been told I use too much oil to toast my rice, but it's good. I use this much. Now, with the mi arroz, they're very specific on your instructions, but if you follow it the way you're supposed to, it is so stinking good. I'm telling you, it just cuts out a lot of the work and still gives you good flavors. I'm going to toast a 1.5 cups of rice in the bowl. till it gets nice and brown and pretty and smells nutty and delicious. Don't fall asleep on your rice, guys. Don't not stir. Don't walk away. Don't go pee. Don't go get a snack. Don't go gossip with the neighbor. Stay on your rice. Okay? Stay on that rice. So we're just going to start until it's nice and golden. I actually like it a little toastier, but it is creeping up on 8 o'clock. And the boys are hungry. So this is my favorite part, guys. This is my favorite part. Okay, listen. That is my favorite part of making rice. So you drop in your 3 cups of water, your pack of mi arroz. Get it all up in there. Now, at this point, if you wanted to add in your peas and carrots like your tia Concha or your abuelita does, frozen is best, but just make sure it's been defrosted, because if you put them in frozen, it's going to throw off your whole water to rice ratio and you're going to end up with mush. If you do it exactly like the package says, you end up with nice, separated, dry, delicious rice. Not dry as in, you know what I mean. Rice that separates. So we heat this to boiling, lower down the temp to lower down the temp to, oh gosh, I forgot. I know you're supposed to boil it. Yeah, reduce to low, and then you simmer it for like 15 to 18 minutes. So we're going to let this sucker boil, and I'm going to get the table cleaned up. Now, when I say boiling, I mean boiling. Little bubbles, okay? Not before bubbles. Don't worry about it going to burn and stick on the bottom when you have plenty of water and you just started. Get it to boiling, then immediately turn it down to low. My greñas are blowing in the wind like Beyonce. I got the fan on. I hope y'all can hear me. I wanted to come on real quick and say, I usually plate up the food when I make one of these little videos, but the boys were so hungry and so was Mama. I just took a little picture of it. It looked better in real motion, but it was good, and we are full, and everybody's just reeling from eating too much. But I wanted to come on and say thanks for hanging out with me again today. And also, you guys, those of you that subscribe to my, what did I call it, Fluffy and Fab, thank you guys so much. I was so touched when I went over there and there's like 31 subscribers. I'm like, oh, y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so cute. Like I said, I don't know what kind of crazy disaster we're going to end up having over there, but it's going to be fun. I want to put together something for sure. If not during the week, for sure, I'll attempt our first video for Saturday. So like I said, we'll see what we end up doing over there. But thanks for just being so awesome, you guys, for being my cyber sisses and my cyber bros. I have a few little cyber bros on here. Thanks for just being so stinking awesome and for just being my cyber friends. I really do appreciate it, and I really, really love y'all bunches. So until my next go around, I already said it, I'm going to say it again. Until my next go around, I hope you guys have a good remainder of your week. It's a short week. Let's get through it. So have a good night. And again, I love y'all bunches.